Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Monday, September 22nd, 2025. You may follow me on the Talk, the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever does not, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. Okay? We're going to use Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman. You can find this at intuitiveintention.com. My Intuitive Intention on Etsy. And he also sells his decks in the TikTok shop. Okay, hold on. I have my phone on because I have a timer on for my dinner. So, hold on. I just got to turn off the cameras so they don't keep going off. All right. Okay. Yeah, he sells his decks in the TikTok shop. He does sales there too regularly, like $5 off, something like that. Something like that. We got one on the table, two on the table. I apologize. Last night I fully intended all day when I was at work to come home and do the tarot and do the collective yesterday, even though I haven't been doing it on Sundays. That's like my day off. I ended up spending an hour at the gym talking to the lady at the desk, and the storm came. I fed the cats. I had dinner myself. I did a bunch of stuff, and then I finally got to take my walk, the rest of my walk in the evening, and I was like, okay, what the? So I just never got around to it. We got 3 on the table, 1 major. We might have a love reading. Y'all know how I feel about love right now. I'm just kidding. Okay, and feel free to keep commenting if you want. I just get really annoyed because even me as a reader, like, I'll say the same things, but I just get really annoyed, like, oh, they're coming in divine timing. They're coming. We got 5 on the table, 1 major, no reverse. I'm tired of the old tarot oracle cliches. Like, your counterpart is out there. Your soulmate is out there. Just keep waiting. Just keep twiddling your thumbs. Oh my gosh. And can I just tell you that dating apps are trash. And here's why. I'm an older woman, right? I'm 45. I'm an older woman, okay? Nobody my age, no man my age wants to have anything to do with me because they think I'm too much work and I expect too much. I want too much. They want a younger woman that doesn't know what they want. Somebody like easy pickings. Men my age don't want me. Comment about this too if you want to comment. Men, comment. If you're a man, comment. Younger men are all over me. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Younger men are all over me. However, the only problem is the younger men don't really want anything serious with me. Most of them just look at me as a good time. Even though I specifically say, I'm looking for my soulmate. I'm looking for my person. I am looking for a real connection. I'm not looking for like a good time on the mattress. That's not what I'm looking for. And I have yet to have a good time on the mattress. I'm just going to say that. I have yet to have that in my 45 years. I mean, relatively, but you know what I'm saying. I just think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. We got 7 on the table, 2 major, no reverse. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. Last shuffle. We got 8 with bottom of the deck. Let me set this over here on the windowsill. We got 6 of wands, 3 of cups. We've got the lovers, 6 of swords. We got the knight of cups, 5 of cups, the wheel of fortune, and bottom of the deck, 9 of cups. A lot of cups. A lot of cups. 3 of cups, 5 of cups, knight of cups, 9 of cups. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. It doesn't matter. Now, again, take how it resonates for you. Lovers. The lovers card can be like, Rob Barthelman even puts on their partnership, because it doesn't necessarily have to be like 2 lovers, So it could literally be 2 lovers. It could be career, any type of partnership. Like sometimes when I look at the cards, sometimes even when it comes out for me, like if I do my own spread, I feel like it's more geared towards like me and a family member, me and a friend, that kind of thing. Because you can have love for different people, I personally believe the reason why in tarot the lovers card is there is because they technically need a card to bring love into the reading, right? But if you really look at it, love for who? Love for what? I mean, it could be anything. To me, because it's next to the 3 of cups, the first thing that I got with the 3 of cups and the lovers next to each other, like more of like a group situation, more of like a workplace situation, career. Again, could be a family, community. If you're religious, if you go to church, it could be your church group, that kind of thing. Because with the 6 of wands and the 6 of swords, which is interesting to me. I don't know why that's interesting. I don't know why this read is really kind of standing out to me. Maybe it's just because I didn't do tarot yesterday. And I didn't do tarot on Saturday either. I just did the love oracle and that was it. Because it's 6 of wands, 3 of cups, the lovers, and then 6 of swords like rounds it out. Those 2 6s for some reason, like bookends. Whatever this situation is, it's positive. Like I don't see negative. So like if this is a family, like this is a happy family, like mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, aunts, uncle. Like for the most part, there's happiness there. There's a completeness. I mean, Rob Barthelman put it on the card, 3 of cups, camaraderie. Like there's give and take there. There's not like I'm not seeing anything negative. The negative aspect to the reading is this Knight of Cups and this Five of Cups. And I'm just going to say it's giving me like advancement. Like the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups, like somebody or a group, right? A situation is trying to advance, is trying to, how would you say that? They're trying to maybe like better themselves, but with the Five of Cups, like it's a very slow going energy. So I can just give an example. So like if you have a mom and a dad and three kids, right? That's the group. That's the Three of Cups, the lovers. And they all get along, very nice family, loving, caring, right? They give to each other. They got that going for them. Like they're a cohesive unit. But when you look at the Knight of Cups and the Five of Cups, like they never seem to get anywhere. And I'm just going to say it like this. Again, it's an example. So take how it resonates for you. But it would be like great family. The love is there. They care for each other. They take care of each other. The thing is the dad makes, maybe $60,000 a year. The mom works part-time. One of the kids is in high school and they have a part-time job at the grocery store. They've been offered a management position. The kid thinks like, oh, a management position, like this could take me far. Let me take that in high school. And then you got two younger kids. One is kind of the troublemaker, like good kid, but kind of like, oh, I don't want to learn. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to do anything. I just want to, I'll figure it out later. And then the third kid, um, they try really hard to get A's, to study and all that, but they still end up falling behind. They still end up lagging. Maybe they have like a slight learning disability, something that hinders them. Maybe they don't even know it because they keep trying and trying and trying and they keep, failing. It's kind of like that energy of like always trying to get ahead but not being able to get ahead. Like class war. Like um like how we can fight about this all day. But what do they call it? They don't. I don't even think they consider anybody this anymore. What is it? Middle class? Like there's basically no middle class. Everybody's lower class or higher class. Like there's really no like middle class. I mean, I guess you can say there's still a middle class, but really when you think about it, everybody tends on the lower end of the scale. There's not a lot of higher class, really, when you think about it. It's like people that are constantly struggling to like better themselves, but they just never get anywhere. It would be like okay, this family's in debt. So the dad, he makes $60,000 a year, right? The mom works part-time. Well, the dad decides, okay, I'm going to get a part-time job. And then I'm going to get a second part-time job. And they're working and working and working, and they never seem to catch up on those bills. They never seem to catch up on that debt because inflation, right? Prices at the grocery store, prices at the gas pump, your rent, mortgage, car payments, fixing stuff in your home, taking care of your kids, paying for clothes, paying for school. Like all of these things cost money. And when you don't necessarily make enough and you're struggling to get by, right? Like you're hoping and you want to be positive for the future, like, oh, it's going to be better, it's going to get better. But is it? But is it? And it just has that energy of like people, a group of people, a family, or two lovers. It could be two lovers. Like I said, it could be lovers just never being able to get ahead. I'm also going to say this too. If it's for some, if it is a lover's situation, like two people coming together, like a two of cups kind of thing. Every time I ever say two of cups, I think of Mrs. Potts and then Chip from Beauty and the Beast, the animated movie from Disney that came out in the 90s. It used to be one of my favorites. But every time I think of Two of Cups, I always think of them, the teapot and the cup. I'm pretty sure I know his name was Chip, the son, but her name was Mrs. Potts, right? She was a teapot. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. Like I said, it used to be one of my favorites. If this is a lover situation, it could be too, like, it never seems to get off the ground. So it's like two people like dating, maybe they fall off from each other for a little bit, then they get back together. Maybe they're not really together, maybe they're more friends with benefits, but then they hang out, maybe the lines are blurry there. And there's just, in that situation, there's with the 5 of cups, like there's disappointment on both sides. Like, how come this never seems to take off? Like, how come we never seem to actually get together? How come we're not a couple? Like, it's been 3 years and we're on, we're off. When we're together, it's great. And when we're not together, like, it's shit. And there's like regret there, like that it doesn't seem to take off. The thing is with this Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Cups, there's going to be some type of change for whichever the situation is, whether it's a lover's, whether it's a family, career, again, however that resonates for you. But with the Wheel of Fortune and the 9 of Cups, there's going to be a change, a little bit of an upheaval, like some, not necessarily like a reverse or a role reversal, but definitely like a flip flop, like something's, like my example, right? The family, the dad, the husband, whatever spouse makes 60,000, the other spouse makes, part-time money, like maybe $20,000 a year, $15,000 a year. The spouse that makes $60,000 is going to apply for a job, and he's going to get a job that's $140,000 a year. Like, something is going to happen where you guys know how, there's no such thing as luck, but like the blessing is going to come in and it's going to be like, holy shit, like this could change everything. And you could argue, like, oh, Kim making, going from 60,000 to 140,000 really is not that big of a deal when you think about inflation and all that stuff I already talked about. But it can. And I'll just give you this example too. Like me myself, and I've talked about this before. I don't have an issue talking about my pay and my salary and stuff. If I work gung ho overtime, I can make like 65, $75,000 a year. Like gung ho. Like if I do overtime throughout the whole year, okay? I didn't start doing overtime this year until like April, May-ish, somewhere around there. And I've pretty much been doing it pretty steadily for like the last 4, April, May, June, July, August, like five months ish, right? Because I don't remember exactly when I started. And there's been a few weeks in there where I took off and I didn't work, my birthday. Um, I'm not going to be doing this weekend. I didn't do like 2 weekends ago, I think. But for the most part, I've been working, the last couple months. My paycheck, because I didn't do like those first 3-4 months of the year, like my paycheck is nowhere near $75,000-$75,000. Now, if I continue to do OT through the end of the year, which I'm planning on doing, other than Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I have like holiday stuff off this year, so I won't work whatever that Sunday is. Possibly 2 Sundays. I don't know. I got to look at the calendar. I could get close, maybe like 55, 60, maybe most. Still not too bad. Still not too bad. And on average, when I work a Sunday, which is 6 hours, it's usually all I do is 6. After taxes, it puts probably like $150, $140, $150 extra on my paycheck. Now, you could be like, "Oh, that's nothing. Like that's a grocery bill. That's less than a grocery bill, right? For like a family. Like forget about it." But you got to understand, I'm a single person. I just have the 3 cats. My mortgage is relatively low. I have an association, but I don't have a car payment. I just have regular bills. I don't pay, like, I don't leave my lights on all day and all night. My air is pretty low. Like, my air conditioning, I had my air off for like 3 weeks, yo. Like, I just stuck it out through the heat. I was actually thinking of turning it off tonight. I might. I gotta look and see what the temperature is gonna be like. It's supposed to be, I think, 70s for the rest of the week. So I might turn it off. $140 to $150 extra dollars a week. I mean, think about it. That could be 600 or almost 600 extra dollars a month. A month. That is nothing to sneeze at. That is absolutely nothing to sneeze at. That would have been like, that's like 2 association payments for me. That's like my association, all my bills, my phone, my internet, and probably technically half of my groceries, because I don't really spend a lot on groceries for a month. Like that is nothing to sneeze at. That an extra almost $600 a month is pretty freaking great. And let me just say this: if I don't need to use it to like pay off debt or save it or anything like that, and I can actually use it, like think about what I can use an extra $600 a month for. Better food for me, for the cats, things like that. Things that make it worthwhile. So when I put in the OT on Sunday, like to me, it is worth it. Other people are like, "Oh, you work Sunday?" Well, yeah, it's worth it. The money is worth it to me. And I live relatively close. I don't have to drive from far away. It's not like, the 6 hours isn't worth it. It is worth it. I live like 15, 20 minutes away, depending on traffic. Sunday traffic, I'm home in 10 to 15 minutes. Well, I mean, I go for walks now, but you know what I'm saying. So somebody having a change in their pay rate and their salary, it could mean everything, to whoever this is. Again, that's just an example. But yeah, something's going to change. So like with the lovers situation, these 2 people that can't seem to get together, the change is they're finally going to get together. They're finally going to come together. They're going to I'm not saying that they're getting married. I'm not saying that they're having a family. I'm not saying that there's going to be a picket fence. I'm just saying, like, a couple's going to get together. Is it going to last? I can't tell you that. But they're going to get together. Okay, tell me why I'm just picturing Lego, like different like Lego sets. And tell me why I'm picturing like an old-timey gas station. You know, like when you used to pull up into a gas station and someone would come out and pump your gas and clean your windows for you and you would pay them and you would tip them usually, right? And then you would leave. Like you didn't have to pump your own gas. You could sit in the car. Tell me why I'm picturing that. We had one. We had one in where I grew up in Mundelein, Illinois. We had one until probably like the mid 90s, maybe even a little bit later, maybe, which is probably a lot longer than they've been in the rest of the country because I'm sure in a lot of the country like they were gone probably like in the 70s, 80s. But we had one for a while. I mean, it was more modern, but somebody would come out and pump your gas for you. The thing is people don't want to tip for that. You know what I mean? Like people don't want to tip for that, and not everybody pays cash now. So it's kind of like get out and pump your own damn gas, you know? And I don't know why I'm being called to tell you this, but you know when you put the hose into your car, whatever it's called, however you call it, and you can click the button and then walk away and leave it and it'll pump gas automatically for you. I have never done that ever. I literally stand there and hold it and I pump my own gas. I have never hit the button and walked away. Not once. Not ever. I don't know. I don't know why I felt compelled to tell you that. I think I'm going to leave it there. You can take what you will from it because, again, the lovers take how it resonates. I hope it resonated for somebody. I hope somebody enjoyed it. I hope you found it entertaining. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.